Hey, this is Philip again. I hope everybody is enjoying their new year holiday and hoping this year will be more prosper to us and a good health to everyone. So in this video, I gonna show you how we are going to add a custom sections. So probably all of those really interested to follow my channel, then I think this is a good time for you to know how we are going to add a custom section to our hydrogen apps. Without any further delay, let's go ahead and opening to our Visual Studio Code. So in this preview, this is what I recently worked on my personal project. Like I'm trying to build up a hydrogen storefront where it's already added more features like a drop down and probably a different sections like this a pop-up screen in each of the items, and also a collage different container dimensions, and also added this video and the swiper. So I think I could not take up in one lengthy clip, so probably I will just only showing you a minor works about how we are going to add a custom sections, or probably we don't need a GraphQL in adding our images and other materials that are required to our sections. Alright, so here I want you to understand that in hydrogen we are building our apps using what we call a CSR. It's CSR is not a, is server side rendering, SSR. So the server side rendering, it's a different way how this storefront it's been rendered. So probably in our native theme for Shopify, like the old themes that we always used to have in our store, it is a client render side. So you can just have a little search about that, because that is also an important part of how you are going to build your hydrogen apps. So in our sections, if you're gonna look at here in the source folder, in the source folder, then components, then we have a different folders. If you look at in the accounts, you've been seeing here there are a prefix extension name like client.gsx. So this will represent as a client servers client side rendering this component. So if you want your component will be considered as client, then you must follow what exactly what we had here for a prefix of your component file name. Then here in the sections, we have a different sections was already added, but I think this will help us to realize how these sections been created. Like if you will see here a featured collections that GSX, but it doesn't have a client, so this means that this is part of a server side rendering. If you will see the hero GSX, this is also part of the server side rendering. So now what we have gonna do about that, how we are going to add our own custom sections. So okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna follow what exactly the other parts of the components are just added this prefix client file name. So what I gonna do here, we're gonna click the sections, then I gonna add, we're gonna say what exactly you want. We're gonna say name custom sections. that client dot gsx, because I want this sections is considered as a client. The reason why the server side rendering, it requires us to put up something like a pre-added HTML to the Shopify server. So we don't have any we are only limited to that permission. So they have just help us to understand what we are going to do if you want to add a custom sections to your hydrogen apps. So here, as an example, so I added this custom sections client.gsx. Then so what should I have to do here? So I'm gonna export this component, a function, custom section, then like that. Then I'm gonna return let me say, okay, gonna say fragment, or you're gonna say Dave. You're gonna check it exactly what will be rendered to that. So you're gonna add a custom class Dave. Alright, you're gonna add a little h1 or sorry h2 probably. Okay, you're gonna say custom sections. Alright, we're gonna save that. Now where we are going to call this new added components, then we have this index.gs, index.gs. This is the components that you can actually call this everywhere on this folder. So what we have to do here, we're gonna say export custom section. I think not. Okay, so it's added at the top. Now there is an extension client, so this is alright. Then I think I have to replace this as export. Now every sections, if you want to render it, then you need to look at the folder for routes. So we have this routes folder, then we have this index.server. We're gonna add that components, because most of the sections were rendered from here, like the hero banner. If you look at the apps, we have this hero banner, and we have this swim lane product sections, and the other are just commented, so I don't want that to be displayed for now. We're gonna save this. Then now I want to render that new custom sections to this return components. I think what I need to do here, let's gonna look at in here. So we have this featured collection hero. So if I will add that, then I think I already added this custom sections component here. So I will just do the same on what exactly the other components. We're gonna say custom sections, and then going back here, I will call that components here, then like that. So I'm gonna save. So hopefully this will displayed on the product swim lane. We're gonna refresh the site. Alright, so I think without refreshing, it's already automatically added here. Then if you see here, if you look at, try to investigate the existing other sections, they also added few components, so we can use this as well. The header sections and grade, just copy that, then import that to your component. Then here I will use the section, so it will carry all of those CSS property like that. Gonna save, then go back. Alright, so it's now aligning to what the other sections has. And then I will also apply the heading. I think that's better, like that. Save. Alright, so it works. Now I want probably I will add a little more items within to these sections. So what we have to do here, like we're gonna say maybe text, probably text for a simple demonstration, or we can add a swiper. So here, this is also the one thing that I used to let you help out, how we are going to add a different plugins to our hydrogen apps. Then we just install. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Install swiper, and we're gonna look at the swiper. I don't have a good reference for swiper. We're gonna look at the swiper for React, and here React. Okay, so I installed the swiper. Then now I will just copy this just for an example. Then I gonna, first thing I have to import this one. Then let's go back to that. Okay, so it's just installed it. This is a one-time fix up, please be patient. Okay, so probably it will take a little bit longer. Gonna save, then I will copy this one. Okay, so in the heading we're gonna add that, or alright, okay, I think that's fine. Remove this, I'm gonna save, and next run it again, and then we're gonna refresh the site, refresh these apps, and hopefully the swiper will work as well. Okay, so it seems it's worked. Now you see here, it seems that we don't have added a definition for our CSS. Then I have to add it here in this folder. I will create another folder. We're gonna say CSS, then I will add a file, like again, oops, sorry, expand that. Then we're gonna say custom swiper.css. Then here, what I need to do, I will call this swiper here on my sections. I will gonna import that file. Let's say string, then dot css, then custom swiper.css. Okay, now let's try to look at here. I'm gonna inspect it, or we can probably import the existing CSS, but this CSS is not bundled with the plugins that we use to the package of this wiper. So we're gonna add it we can define it manually. We're gonna go back here. So what I have to do is to copy this primary the parent container. We're gonna say what's the next one is the swiper. Let's go back here. This is the swiper container. Then wrapper, I don't know that, I'll just go ahead with the swiper slide. I don't want to use that. And then let's try to add it manually here. Like for example, if I will make this occupy as a whole, so we're gonna say width 100 and then height 400, margin 0, text center. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna say display flex, then justify center or margin auto. It doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna try to add the import CSS for swiper. We're gonna look at the demo. UI. So it's up to you how you are going to manage the slides, especially for the CSS. You're gonna look at here. If you're gonna see download, it's not. Okay, I think I have an existing CSS here, so we just copy that one because it will take time for us to build up. I'm gonna look at here what's injected on that swiper. Okay, you're gonna import that here and go back. Hydrogen apps, it's that has a swiper components section CSS. Okay, so it's here. I just copy this and add it on here. Gonna save. Let's close that. Then let's go back to the apps. Refresh. Okay, so it seems this is working now, but it seems that should be in the center. Text center. It went far. I'm gonna refresh. It seems that it is extending the container out of the I'm gonna do this here. Overflow hidden. Okay. Alright, so I think we need to add this definition. Let's go back here. So I think I need to add another one. I'm gonna say custom .css. Then weight, then overflow hidden. Save and add it again here. Import that CSS, custom CSS. Save. Failed. Why? Okay, that. Save. Then we go back. Okay, I think this time it works. Okay, so if you want to customize your swiper property, then you can find any property here on this site. Like for example, if you want to make this swiper slide probably between, like, we're gonna copy this one or import this first, but this is for the swiper. If this will work, and go back, then here import navigation, I don't need that here now. I'm gonna just copy this options, add it here. Oh, I think this is already done, but we can still copy that here if this time it works. Save, then refresh. Okay, so now you see here it's appearing what exactly you want to do with your swiper slides. So I think you can do something and play around how your swiper will be appear on your hydrogen apps. So I think that's it, and hopefully you have counted something on this video, and hopefully it will help you to start your adding sections on your hydrogen apps. And then I think there is one thing that is need to be done in your configuration. Like if you are adding another plugins, then you must add your plugin name to the optimized configuration. Then you can find it in the vite.config.js. So here you can also add your plugins that it might help to optimize the performance of your plugins added customizably. So that's it. Then I'm gonna run it again. Then refresh console. That's clear. Refresh. Alright, so I think this is work. Okay guys, so I think that's all for now, and probably if I have enough time I will try to help you to work with other parts of the hydrogen, like the collections filter. But in the collections filter it will require us to learn more about the GraphQL. So right now I'm also building with this kind of functionality for the hydrogen. And if you look at back here on my uploaded apps, and we're gonna try to check it here in the collections. So I added initially this filter, and I think all of this filter are possible, and there are a lot of things you can do in the collection page. So I think that's it, and hoping it will help you to work with your hydrogen apps. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.